everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining me. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Magic Square MS-B01 and B02A. These are the recently released repaints of Magic Square's Grapple and Inferno. It's a 2-pack. I purchased mine directly from MagicSquareToys.com. Go ahead and check them out. First though, let's start with accessories. First, we're going to start with Grapple's gun. Minimal detailing, done in gray plastic, and it fits in the hand just fine. And lastly, we have Inferno's gun. It is a different sculpt, which is nice to see. Again, just done in gray plastic with minimal detailing. On either figure, there is weapon storage, just using the port here underneath the ladder. And plug it in. It is a little snug, but once you get it, the ladder works just fine. And that brings us to the figures. Let's take a look. We'll start with Grapple. Zooming in, you do have a really nicely done silver paint with blue eyes. For how small it is, it's actually really well done. You do have orange across the shoulders, and I have to say, the orange is definitely painted. It is surprisingly well done. Orange across the shoulders. You got gray plastic here for the shoulders. Silver on the tip. Some nice sculpt involved here. They didn't spare any expense with the detail on these figures, honestly. They look good. You got silver on the tip. Shoulder can go up to there. If you tilt it around, you can get it up higher, but you're still not going to get above that angle on this shoulder, sadly. Coming down, you've got some nice detailing, as I said before, on the forearm. You do have, and because of the paint, it's really tight, but you do have a bicep rotation and 90 degrees worth of bend on the elbow. That brings us down to the painted nozzle for the hand. Now, it's important to note the hands and the nozzle are permanently fixed. So no extra hands for these guys. But it looks really good, especially with that silver paint on it. Coming down to the chest, do have the metallic blue speckled paint. It looks really good. Silver for the headlights, bumper area. Looks nice. Coming down to the waist, gray plastic for the thighs and hips. Can kick up to there, all the way back and all the way out. Looking at the side, you've got orange paint here on the side of the leg for the detailed circle there. Some nice details added to the side. And Inferno has accessories on his legs as well. They're different, but it's nice. Here you can really tell it's painted. You do have the really nice smooth finish, and it's not the typical Magic Square plastic. So it's definitely got some paint on there. Coming down to the feet. Oh, actually, thigh rotation. A little bit under 90 for the knee bend. That is, it's one of my gripes, but we'll talk about that in a minute. As far as feet, they're in a ball joint, so you do have down, up, and you do have a rocker. A little bit limited because of the ball joint, but it does a good job. I like the gray wheels. I think that's a nice touch. And there's the view from the back. Obviously, unlike New Age, you can't fold this up and put it inside. But honestly, I don't mind. It's not really visible that bad from the front. So, Grapple really looks good. Moving on to Inferno. This time you do have a gray plastic head. Once again, you've got that nice silver face and blue for the eyes. The heads do a full 360, by the way. You got this nice silver for the wings coming off the side of his head. These are on ball joints so that you can position them however you want. If you want them straight out, you can get away with that. Again, the red is painted. You got the same gray, same silver, same detail for the arm, this time done with a silver dot rather than just orange. Repeated, you've got the blue windshield, silver bumper and headlight area. The wheels are supposed to be back in robot mode. This time the nozzle is on the right arm as opposed to the left, and you've got the permanently fixed hand. These don't have any rotation either, by the way. Coming down the legs, you've got gray hips with yellow or orangish paint on the front. Legs are the same. This time you've got a silver hose rather than the fuel tanks I'm guessing they were on Grapple. Same articulation. No paint on the dot though. But one gripe that I do have is just how loose these leg panels are. It's the same for Grapple, but it is what it is. I think I'm just going to put some kikis in there and be done with it. But same articulation. This time you do have the silver ladder in the back, but we'll take a look at that more in alt mode. Just for comparison, here they are with Magic Square Ratchet and Magic Square Optimus Prime 2.0. And here we have Architect and Fire Extinguisher in their alt modes. I think they do a good job. It looks really true to the character. You do have the caution gray and orange striping going down the side. You now do have the silver legs for when the crane is up. They don't move or anything, but it's nice that they're there. Looking at the detail, you've got door handle. Again, you've got the metallic windows coming through. Gray wheels look nice with painted orange rims. There's the blue on the front. Again, silver on the bumper as we saw in bot mode. You do have the silver for the hook, which does articulate. It's nice and that can extend out that far. Same from the side. There's the view from the back. And a nice clean bottom. You always want to have a clean bottom. And here's Inferno, much of the same. Got the silver hose this time. Again, the legs for ladder extension. Same details coming through. Blue window. Looking rather nice. And with Inferno, the ladder does extend. Just be careful, because it can do that. Is what I was about to say. It's very stiff. So I can see that wearing down the paint over time, but it extends quite a bit. And some aftermarket companies had put a nozzle on the front, but what you're supposed to do with him, if you notice, both weapons have this little tiny plug. And you can put those on either side. Which is easier said than done on camera. And now you have that look. These do pivot up and down, so you can give it the look of having water jets on the top of the ladder. Which is a nice touch. Some people on Facebook had expressed concerns about there being too much silver. I can see where they're coming from with that. But, I mean, there are silver ladder trucks. And it's not overly done. The ladder is silver, yes, so it doesn't have to be white. There's no law that says that. I think the silver looks good. It's not overwhelming in any way. Had they painted the windshield silver instead of blue, I think that could have definitely added to the problem. But not in this case. I think they're really well done, especially for a older mold such as this. For a quick comparison, here they are with Magic Square Jazz and Optimus Prime 1.0. And here they are with that one knockoff company. Alright, let's talk about final thoughts. I gotta say, I like the figures. It's amazing that they came in a set. Pretty fantastic, to be honest. They have stood the test of time. They're older bots, but they definitely still fit the bill. The paint that's there looks amazing. The orange on Grapple is entirely painted. I have my doubts about the red on Inferno, but it still looks fantastic. And the silver is not overwhelming, in my opinion anyhow, but some may feel differently. As far as articulation, it's lacking a little bit, like just 90 degrees on the elbows and knees, but it's something you would see fitting for a character this big. The articulation really is good. There's even a hidden ab crunch that I failed to notice before I filmed my articulation segment. So, yeah, I can recommend them. I picked mine up directly from MagicSquareToys.com. Check them out. Shipping takes a little while, but that's to be expected coming from that area. If you haven't already, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to get your bell on so you get notified of future content. Thanks for watching, and I will see you again next time.